guys, Rob from the Off Grid Tiny House, back here again. So that was interesting video. I drilled the hole. I'm not quite through. The battery's recharging on the inverter off the grid, and I cut open the wall, and a bunch of water came out, and it's in the exact same spot where, if you guys remember, I didn't film this, but I told you guys about it in the fall, I think. What happened was I had a gash outside on the side of the tiny house trailer, and it was originally there for a long time, I guess, and I didn't do anything about it. And then I noticed the outside wall was bulging, so my dad suggested, well, let's drill a hole into it and see what we got, right? So we did that, and water started pissing out of the wall outside. Thank God we did it outside, and it drained out the majority of the wall. However, I must have not got all the water, because when I drilled through here, I got about a cup full of water that came out of the wall. Not a good thing to have in your walls sitting in there trapped. So yeah, that's just one more wonderful things I find at the tiny house every day. Just, you know, you don't expect to drill a hole in your wall and have a bunch of water come out at you, right? It's pathetic around here. Anyways, so hopefully that no more water has come through, thankfully. I put the rags down. I'm not quite through. I can see daylight, so I can actually finish the cut outside with the hole saw bit. Finish my plumbing off. I'm going to start a fire. As you guys can tell, I'm cleaning out the ash and all the nails and screws that I burn up via the pallet wood there. And then I'll dump this ash outdoors, and it'll turn into some nice compost for something. Alright, so the plan is, guys, now that that mess is over with, we're going to top up this stove, because I have, you know, I got to get some heat in here. I'll tell you what the temperature is. Now that I changed my thing around, I can zoom back from way back here. So there is the date, time, and temperature, Celsius. I haven't been given Fahrenheit for a while, so I apologize for all my American viewers. But you guys can Google that quick to see what the temp is. And the reason I'm pretty comfortable in here, but the reason I'm having a fire is to dry out all this moisture that I just stumbled upon. And I did have moisture in the tiny house plumbing, by the way, which was kind of annoying. And today we're going to use some more wood pellets in the Cubic Mini Grizzly. So we got a pile full of this stuff. I'm going to load it up. I shove it mostly way in the back, because on this particular stove it has trouble getting air for combustion. If you pile a bunch of shit in front of the air dampers, you're not going to have too much luck, I'll tell you that. Learning curve on this guy. But I'm going to load this guy up. The reason I'm using a lot of pellet wood, because I want to use up the bag. This is my last bag of this stuff. Because I'll be converting over, if you guys have been watching me for any length of time, I'm going to be converting over to strictly the new barrel stove, which I made helping my dad, and it is a 55-gallon barrel drum. It's the old timers used to use that to heat all over the place, even in Alaska and such places. Because the reason is because it works very well heating. It's light and portable, and can be easily repaired if it has a burn through the barrel via clay, or you can actually buy, it's called refractory clay patch. You can get it by the bucket load actually, and it's fairly cheap. It's like $20. And it basically makes, you can fill in your hole if you do get one, and it makes it airtight again, no issues. So what I did was I just added some alcohol. That was hand sanitizer, which is pretty much gold nowadays. And I'm gonna leave the door open. I got my damper wide open. This one you gotta keep closed until it starts really taking off, and then you can open it up. Now, you may not be able to see too well. I can zoom in a bit. And I gotta recharge one of my lithium packs because I left that on running to cool everything down. All right, so yeah, it's taken off. I'll pick you guys up and get you a better angle over here. There we go. And then once this kind of burns halfway down, what I like to do is what I'll do is I will load in some actual wood. Well, even though this is wood, it's just compressed ants. I'm just getting it going here, as you can tell. So anyways, the hole, I'll show you. Hopefully, yeah, you can see daylight out the hole there. See the rags here and see the moisture? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And I pulled out my PEX line, and now it's just this guy is all the water into the tiny house. So this is going to be my urinal, kitchen sink, washer machine water, you name it. And I got extra PEX. If I somehow get a pump, I could actually hook up the other sink and make that a dedicated sink somewhere, but not. It'd have to be on this side of the trailer, and I'd have to cut a new hole in. So that's later on if and when I do that. Now, when you burn the alcohol hand sanitizer, what does it like to do? It likes to liquefy even more runny than what it is in the package, obviously. So basically that will then absorb into the dry dense pellet wood easily and wick into it and basically keep you going, as you can tell. And once this stuff gets going, it really throws the heat. It's nice and dense. Highly recommend it for a Cubic Mini Grizzly if you can get your hands on pellet wood. Good stuff. So let's take a wander as that heats up. Guess what I brought? Grow lights. Got some grow lights donated to me. So I'm gonna be eventually have to hook up my grow tent in here. It's gonna go horizontally this way along the wall because it's long and large, and I'm gonna run it off the grid solar, and that's gonna be sweet. Now I didn't have any radio today because I ran the radio pretty hard here, and it's on recharge mode, so I got everything on the charge. Oh, I should turn my Himalayan lamp on as well. Ta-da! That one's going over there. That one kind of changes colors. I don't really like that. I like more of the steady light on there. Give you guys an update. Inverters on, batteries charging, drawing 0.6 amps at 116 volts. It's a 1,000 watt pure sine wave inverter, which is run by this monster surge power bar conditioner, which makes the electricity super clean because it's already pure sine wave, and any other filtering the power and the surge will take care of. Gotta love it. Give you an update on my lithium iron phosphate battery, bringing in 6.26 amps, and the battery sitting at 1338 under load, which is pretty sweet. It is overcast outside, but the sun's trying to peek through. Bunch of stuff on my bed because I'm working on everything in the tiny house today. A lot of plumbing, a lot of nonsense going on. There's the barrel stove, guys. You can finally see it. It was buried. I protected it with these foam mats. Why is there moisture on here? Oh yeah, that was from when I pulled the PEX out of there. Let's see how we're doing. It's starting to really get going here. See the embers down in there. Leave the door open. Nice thing about hand sanitizer, guys, it burns super hot because it's alcohol. Alcohol burns super hot. Looks like my light is about pooched, and it looks like we got some moisture here that's trickled over, which I'm gonna have to mop up. Mop up. Alright, let's mop this bitch up. Yep, the tiny house is something else, guys. It's a love-hate relationship with the tiny house. Every time I turn around, more work, more work, more work. Anyways, alright, let's get this LED light on the charge. So we're going to be over here. Oh boy, here we go. Now, I'm going to steal one of these ports, plug this bad boy in, charge everything up. Now, because my battery, I've explained in my last video, is kind of on its deathbed, I have got all these bad boys on trickle charge, these lithiums, because it's the only way to do it. Because before I had everything individually plugged into 3 amps. So each one of these blue, see these blue lights, guys? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and there's 2 ports per hub, and each side gives 3 amps off. So when the loads came on, when my load center kicks in, that's a lot of amps to pull right away to charge up everything. And so the battery didn't like that too much because it's on its way out. So what I did instead was I took these USB hubs, which aren't made for this, by the way, and hooked up the 3 amp to power each hub, so there's only the 2 hooked up. And into the hubs as I plugged in everything else. And that way it kind of trickle charges all my stuff without a bunch of nonsense going on. Now the wind turbine has been quiet today. It's sitting down here doing a whole lot of nothing. And yeah, not windy today. You can hear that damn thing clicking. So right now, because you hear that clicking, the power is jumping back and forth between these 2 batteries, which is annoying at every step of the way, and that's just the way it is, guys. Kind of sucks. So I gotta wait for this drill to finish charging, and then we're gonna go outside and finish the fight. Hole saw time. And we'll pull this bad boy out of there and get going. Let's check on the fire. Yeah, she's kicking in. Now she's starting to spread on the pile, which is good. I'm gonna put this camera on the inverter to charge up because its battery is half dead already. I've been leaving my camera at the Off-Grid Tiny House because it's convenient. I don't have to bring it anywhere. What I've been doing is I'll film a couple days worth of stuff, and then what I do then is you know, I'll film a couple days, leave the camera here to charge, and then when I come back to work again, when I figure I have enough video, I take the camera home and top it off and unload everything and edit it and send it off to YouTube land into my Patreons. And now what do you mean home? You said you're going home. Well, I'm not exactly moved into the tiny house here full time yet. I'm close, but not really. I got lots of work to do. I keep saying I'm close, but you know, it's never there. Well, with everything going on, the budget is out the window because I'm out of a job, but luckily the government assistance will help me out. And yeah, with the coronavirus and all that shit going on, it's unreal. So anyways, enough whining about money. If you guys want to help me out in that regard, the link is in the description below. You can become a Patreon member for $1 a month or one-time donation. Yeah, simple as that. Other than that, lots going on. Like I said, it's kind of, I need more than one DeWalt battery here. Then I could just leapfrog, exchange batteries and keep on trucking. But anyways, that's the way it is. So today, once the plumbing is done over there, I still got to, basically why I'm drilling that hole in the wall is I'm shortening up the drain for my shower, off-grid shower, and my sink. Because before, that pipe extended all the way to here, and it was just standing water in that pipe, so not good. It was a long run. And because I have the new barrel stove, I'm eliminating all that all that friggin' plastic out of there because it has a good chance of melting with this stove. This stove is killer, guys. I cannot wait to have it fully installed and ripping in here because, man oh man, once that's in, it's going to put the Cubic Mini Grizzly stove to shame. But the Cubic's good in this type of weather where it just takes the chill off, and that's all you need basically, guys. But I'm in Canada, so you know, we get some pretty insane winters, and this guy just can't keep up. Even on full bore, feeding it every couple hours will not keep up whatsoever. This place is huge though, so you gotta, this thing is like nothing in this tiny house, you know, comparatively, right? I can pick this up, I can pick that stove up, no problem. But look at that, I can fit like, what, 4 of those inside that barrel, maybe more. So, she's cooking. I'll open up the extra air. And once this guy starts spinning, I will turn the fan on. And that will blow nice cool air across the hot flue pipe and down into the tiny house, which works really well. But I'm going to throw some wood in, get rid of some ash, charge this camera up because now I'm down to 1 bar, and hopefully by then I will have the battery for my DeWalt drill charged. So see you guys in a bit.